Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fulton Street Beats. I got an unboxing for you today. I ordered a guitar a while back, actually quite a while ago. And I saw this particular one on eBay. Sometimes curiosity gets to me, and I ordered it. And it's a knockoff. At least I think it's a knockoff. What do I mean by that? I'm not sure if this is a branded guitar or not. I have a feeling that it is. We're going to see in a second. But if you follow this channel for any amount of time, you know I'm a big Steve Vai fan. I'm a big Jem fan. And there's certain Jems that are, well, very expensive and you really can't afford them. So, well, I figured why not get a knockoff? I basically want it for the body shape. And if it needs upgrades, we'll do some upgrades to it. And we got a cool guitar for a collection if it's put together halfway decent. Now, I've built some kits in the past, some Jem kits that turned out absolutely amazing. If I can recommend a kit to you if you want to build a Jem, you're going to want to go with Guitar Kit World. They have extremely nice Jem kits with some branded tuners and trems on them. And they're actually pretty decent quality. The best that I've found so far, and I've built, well, 3 or 4 of them now. So you could do whatever you want to them. I had one, even a Leo James, that I actually put some dark matter 2s in and actually did $1,000 in upgrades to that guitar. But this one is a Jem, and you're going to see exactly what it is here in a second. At least I hope that's what it is. This took a long time to get, and I did order it on eBay. I believe that these are not in the country, and they import them in quickly as they can and then ship them. So it took about 2 weeks to get it. Now, they labeled these as U.S. Shipping, coming from the U.S., but I really don't believe that that's the case. But I will leave a link in the description to this guitar and the seller. So if it's good, well, you'll know who sold it to me. And if it's bad, well, you'll know who sold it to me. And that's how we do things here at Fulton Street Beats. Fair and honest. And without any further ado, let's check this thing out. Okay, so as you can see, it's not in a big styrofoam, at least feels like it might be styrofoam inside, but the box outside is not styrofoam. It is labeled fragile, and usually guitars aren't labeled fragile, but let's get into it. I like doing things with you guys, right? Just so you can get a real reaction. And I'm excited about this one because, man, this kind of guitar, not being a Jem, but the pattern that this should be, is one that I've always wanted, one that I could never afford, and I don't think it's going to be dead on. I mean, I hope it is, but I don't think it's going to be. But we'll check out the differences, and I can tell you what's right and what's wrong about it. Oh boy. So let's do this. So, I'm going to look first this time. So yes, it is enclosed in foam. So, which tells me that this came from China, because that's usually how they do it. Which I don't have a problem with, because usually they're pretty safe when they're enclosed like this. So that is a good thing. So now we're going to go around the outside of this and try to get like as little mess as possible. And cut around the seam. If you guys ever get these, usually they're wrapped up when they come from China in all kinds of tape to get them in through customs. Obviously, this one is not. Now, is this a branded guitar or not? Well, time will tell. But I hope that it is. And then I'll tell you what I paid for it. And you can tell me whether you think it's worth it or not. Okay. Did I get it all? Did I get it? Well, it is the one, you can smell that fresh paint right away. Okay, so let's look at our goodies first. I know I'm excited also, but let's look at see what candy we got here. We have our trem bar, and this is, I can tell you right now, this is not the trem that would be on the original one, because the original one is a pop-in trem. So this is something that I'm definitely going to upgrade. But we do have our truss rod adjustment tools and our trem adjustment tools, aka Allen keys. And we have a cheap cord Got about 8,000 of those. And we have a whammy bar with a bushing. Okay. So let me get these little pieces out. Boy, they really made sure this didn't even wiggle. And then we have a little thing inside here. And let's read this before we go any further. Well, folks, this is kind of strange. I know who manufactures this guitar because they left a card. It is Zowie. Dear friend, thank you for your feedback. It's very important to me. Please leave your feedback with your item if you're satisfied. Okay. Best wishes. And a thank you card. Okay, and then, of course, we have our truss rod adjustment paper. Zowie. Okay. Now, I'm excited. So, bear with me. Hopefully, everything is intact. It is packaged very well. Very, very well. I just had a Epiphone SG come that wasn't packaged this well. And you ready, guys? Here we go. Look at this. You see this? You see what we got here? Ibanez Headstock. And for those of you who know Steve Vai, you'll know right away what this pattern is. So I'm going to look at this thing from the headstock down and check this out and see if we have any flaws or blemishes or what have you, or see how good it is. And like I said, I've built a few of these as well as seen quite a few decent ones to know if it's built well or not. Or is it just thrown together? So, I'm looking at the locking nut. The plating is quite nice. I am looking at the string bar. And it seems about right. It might be a little too tight down, but it's there. And the big thing about this, if you look on the back here, yeah, we have a 5-piece neck. And that's really a good thing. The finish on the headstock is actually really pretty decent. Is it perfect? No, but it's very decent. I'll let you see that. And if we look on the back here, this is not a sticker. It does have one sticker that says Made in China, but it says Made by Team J-Craft, and we actually have a serial number on this. So, very, very cool. Now, the neck is very important to me, and it looks like a very nice 5-piece neck, and it is actually a 5-piece neck because I can see where the wood is coming through. What is this wood? I don't know. Could be walnut, could be bobina. I am not sure. Looks a little bit light for walnut, or dark, I mean, for the walnut. Looks more like bobina, but I could be wrong. Okay. Now look at this fretboard. Let's check out this Vine of Life inlay, but we have the white and the red leaves. And they're actually done so far quite nicely. The frets do need a polishing. I know I'm taking my time. And I'm going to see exactly what we got here. And I can tell you, from the pictures, it wasn't spot on. And right now, I can tell you, I'm going to start looking right here. There's a little bit of a scuff right here. And I'm going to take this slow. And these strap buttons are incorrect strap buttons for this style guitar. The bell-shaped ones do not come on this. They come with a flat style. It does have a scuff right here. Right there. It looks like it could be buffed out pretty easily, but it is a scrape scuff. And then we're going to pull this off. Should have a clear pit guard. See what we got here. Oh, yes. And there we are. There we are. So this is the Jem Floral Pattern 2. And there is blemishes. And I'm looking deep. But it is it does have some. Now, the real version of these, what is actually taking place with this guitar and underneath here is actually Steve Vai's curtains that he had. And he actually used the curtains and they actually laid it over the guitar and then lacquered over this. So this has been buffed out, but they didn't do a really good job. Luckily, I'm good with a buffer, and this is going to come apart. Pickups are black in the originals, but it doesn't have the chrome style passovers on it. So this is different. That's different. The trem system on this thing is, you know, subpar. I mean, it's not. It probably will work, but it's not the greatest. We'll upgrade that. The paint on the inside of the monkey grip, although decent, could use a good buffing. And it does have the proper input jack position. It's not one of the ones on the outside. The neck on it's fantastic. I mean, it looks good. It's a good-looking guitar. It needs some cleaning up for sure. We're gonna, and what's really nice, and this is what I was worried about. This is actually a replica that has the cavity cover actually recessed the way it's supposed to be. Am I satisfied with it? I'm totally satisfied with it. Could it have been better? Well, if it's an Ibanez, it's going to be better, but it's still a good-looking guitar. The action appears to be pretty high on it, so we're going to have to knock that down a little bit. It does have the lion's claw. And, of course, we have our switch here. Now, this looks a bit milky, so I'm going to take it that there is hopefully a film over this. So let's see if we do have a film over it, or we can get, yes, we do. There's a film over this, so let's get this off of here. I don't have any nails. I'm always clipping my nails. Let's see if I can start it a bit here. The pick guard just seems to be cut very well. There we are. Now we can get a little, you can see a little bit more of the beauty here. Hopefully I can get around these knobs without having to pull them off. And if I do have to pull them off, I will. But yeah, we'll get the rest off there and pull those off. Very cool. At least the action's high enough where I can get my finger under there a little bit. Pull this off because we want to, that pick guard is very clear. So that's good. That's good. It's a pretty guitar. I'm not disappointed. Is it worth it? Well, other than a very high action, so definitely not set up properly. We're going to drop that action down quite a bit. We're going to have to adjust the neck a bit, I can tell. But it's scalped on the first four. It seems to be done right. I mean, there's not going to be any buzz right now because it's so high. Nice neck. How about the frets? It's got great, it's got fantastic frets. Fantastic frets. As a matter of fact, these frets are probably better than the SG Epiphone that I just got. Yeah, pretty decent frets. There might be one questionable one. It's not, I guess it's not really. I think a polish on these, that'll go away. Yeah, it's got very nice frets. So let's take this over to the bench. Check it out a little closer. Clean it up a little bit. We're going to end up, like I said, putting a new trem in here. This one's not going to stay. I'm going to put the money into it and put one that will function a lot better. We'll plug it in and see how it sounds. If we have to upgrade pickups, we will do that. My main thing was the initial looks and really the neck and the playability aspect of it. Now, this is incorrect on the back. So if you get one of these, this should be cut away way back up into here, and this neck plate would be down farther. So this is actually, I mean, this is definitely not an exact replica. This is wrong for a floral pattern to Jem. But overall, it's a decent, I'm going to say tribute. Or I'm going to even call it a replica. A decent tribute. It does look the part from a distance. And you get up close, it's not gonna. We'll probably end up putting some evolutions in it. I think that's what comes with it. The original one, I believe so. I believe they were DiMarzio evolutions. I could be wrong. If I don't know if I remember correctly or not, but I know that the poles on these should be black. So we'll probably change those out. like I said, the neck and the fretboard's really, really nice. The headstock's really, really nice. And for the money, now let's talk price here. For the money. So if you went out and you bought a guitar and you went into a guitar store and you bought an inexpensive, cheap guitar. Hell, if you bought a Epiphone's lowest end, or one of their low end guitars, say you bought one of their low end SGs or even their LPs for a couple $100, would it be better than this? Honestly, probably not. You're getting more for the money with this. I mean, hell, you got a 5-piece neck. The 5-piece neck alone is worth what I paid for this guitar. What did I pay? I paid $250. So, and by the way, Ibanez branded tuners, and that is another giveaway. These guitars come with Gotoh tuners originally. I do have some brand new ones over here that will be going on this. And I had to, of course, make sure the quality was okay first before I decided to do that. But I'm going to do it because the quality is decent. We're going to buff this guitar up, make it as pretty as we can. And my big thing is just making sure it's set up properly, making sure it sounds decent, and getting this trem right for this trem right now, at least dialed in, because it's way off right now. There's no doubt about it. It's not set up properly at all. The route out for the lion's claw is actually quite nice, and there is a chip taken out of the guitar on the edge. Right here, I'm noticing a little bit of chip on the bodywork right there. And why? I don't know. But it's nothing I'm going to complain about for this price. Maybe even a little touch-up paint. They all get beat up eventually. If you want perfection, buy the real one. If you want a cool guitar that looks the part, maybe this is for you. Maybe it is not. I can tell you right now, it'll look good hanging on the wall. We're not trying to fool anybody or pass anything off. We just want kind of that vibe. And if it plays good, which I think it's gonna, because most of these necks that you find in the kits or in replicas, they always play really good. And as you can see, we got the heel, which is nice with the pass-through locking nut. So you're getting a lot of features at least. So with upgrades, it'll be very cool. So I'll leave a link to this seller. Don't expect perfection because, well, it is a knockoff. And, you know, as with all knockoffs, it might require a little bit of work or setup or what have you. So you're taking your chances, and it is at your own risk. But it is what it is, and it has a Jem weight. So we'll go over to the bench. We'll take it apart. We'll weigh it. We'll see what's going on with it, and then we'll give it a sound test. And I'll be right back. Let's get that done. Stay right there.